In this video, I will review mostly jeggings that fit me badly for different reasons, some more noticeable than others. Some of these pairs were bought new several years ago, but most of them I bought secondhand while trying to figure out a good fit in a new style. You see, after losing 11 kilos this year, I decided to explore a new style. In the past, I used to cover my hips and butt because I carry most of my weight in my bottom half. It's just that showcasing my waist would make me feel really insecure, so I would hide under looser tops. But all of that changed this year when I had to buy new clothes for my new weight, and I decided to free the hips by wearing cinched waist and higher rise bottoms. Last year I got rid of my skinny clothes thinking I would never lose the weight, but here we are, 11 kilos lighter. That's why I was forced, to buy a good amount of clothes that fit me right, both activewear and casual clothes. I hope you find this video useful, entertaining, and I hope you learn from my mistakes. By the way, this video is going to be longer than my previous videos because there's a lot to cover. I hope you stick till the end. Let's start with the Bershka low-rise jeggings in size 4. In general, this brand tends to fit me right, or at least acceptable. I got this one around 8 years ago. This one is pretty old, but I never wore it so much because I always felt kind of odd wearing it. It's supposed to be low rise, but it fits me mid rise, and it sits in kind of an odd place. The color is obviously black, and I feel like in this pair the cheap hardware is accentuated for some reason. I mean, it's cheap hardware and it's a cheap pair, but in this particular pair it's very noticeable. It's obviously not high enough for me, and the fake front pockets, they do not bunch at the front, and I feel like the back pockets are acceptable in size, in placement, and they are okay-ish. Now let's continue with the Bershka dark denim jeggings, also in size 4. This one is also very old. It has at least 10 years, 8 to 10 years. The material is cotton 68, polyester 30, elastane 2. I like this pair so much that I had it in the lighter wash as well, and they are both really worn out. I wore it all the time for years because it was kind of the only pair that would be like high enough and very comfortable and fresh. The fabric composition and the lightness of the fabric made it very comfortable, but it's not high enough. As you can see, it still gives me a little bit of muffin top. The back pockets are acceptable as well. They have a good size and they are very plain, which I like. And another thing that I do not like about this pair is that the zipper is not long enough. As you can see, it's just not long enough and it doesn't look right. Now let's continue with the Hollister high-rise super skinny classic stretch jeggings in size 1. I got this one from the thrift shop at the beginning of the year, so excited to find a good pair that would be really high rise and would sit in my natural waist. The material is cotton 68, polyester 16, viscose 2, and elastane 1, so it's has a lot of fabrics, but it has holes in the knee area. But let's talk about these pockets. As you can see, they are very big pockets, widely set, and they do not look good on me. I tried to fix the knee holes by patching them with the extra fabric from the hem, but it didn't work. What it created is that now there's kind of tension in the knee area and the crotch goes down when you move, making it very uncomfortable when you move, when you sit. So it's just not a good fit at all. Perhaps if you have experience fixing jeans or jeggings, it would work, but it didn't work for me, unfortunately. I'm considering turning this pair into shorts, but then we have the pockets issue. I'm not sure, let's see. Now let's do another Hollister one, which is the low-rise crop jean leggings in size 5. I got this one when I was losing the weight, so this pair would fit me a little bit better than it fits me now. This pair is too large in the waist area. The material is cotton 59, viscose 21, modal 12, polyester 6, elastane 2. By the way, this advanced stretch is really stretchy in comparison with the classic stretch, so you really have to size down. This pair fits me too big in the waist but right in the legs. It's so strange. This pair is perfectly designed for people with big booties, I would say. Very big booties and skinny legs. And it's way too loose. As you can see, what happens when I move, all this fabric bunches at the back, it bunches at the front as well, and it doesn't look good at all. It just looks terrible. So if you don't pull it up, it will look like this. I feel like the back pockets are not bad at all. I really like it. They are small, compact, well placed, but this pair is just too big for me. Now let's continue with the no-nonsense stretch denim leggings in size small. I included this pair. These are leggings, but I used to wear them all the time as jeggings. Last year, when I was overweight, this pair was pretty much my uniform. I would wear it every day to go out, and it's really worn out. Perhaps you cannot see it. You can find it on Amazon. The material is cotton 68, polyester 19, spandex 3. It has fake front pockets, and it has a little stain there that you can see. It's a bleach stain and a foot stain that I could not remove. Unfortunately, this one is too loose, and also the fake front zipper doesn't go all the way down, which I do not like. And as you can see, the back pockets look terrible because they are too skinny. They are kind of long, and if you look closely, it's like you don't know where the butt ends and the leg begins. It's odd. And then there's a small separation between the pockets, which is good for making your butt look kind of more compact, but it's just the long pocket shape, which is odd. This pair is too big for me now, so I do not recommend it for people who wear X small, because the small is the smallest size that they offer. Now let's do the American Eagle Outfitters high-rise super stretch skinny jeggings in size 00. I got this one from the thrift shop. Also very happy after I found a good pair that would fit me and that would be high-rise. Unfortunately, this one is too tight, it's too small. The material is cotton 53, viscose 25, polyester 20, elastane 2. But this one pulls so much, there's not enough space for the butt because it's just too small. I'm not at 00. I'm at 0 to 4 and sometimes even 5. I would say the rise is almost perfect, but the real problem is the lack of space for the butt. I don't know if you can notice it, but the butt is really compressed, and also the pockets are huge and are really low set and widely set. I would say the pockets just look terrible. The good thing is that the dark wash kind of hides the pockets, but still the back pockets can make or break jeggings. There's just too much distance between the top and the top part of the jeggings and the pockets. They are just too low. No one wants the butt to look downwards. It's not a good fit, and it's too tight. And then when you try to sit, the crotch goes down as well. It has kind of the same problem than the other pair, the Hollister with the knee holes. So there's a lot of tension in the kind of the crotch area downwards, and in the knee area when you move, when you try to sit. This is kind of common when there's not enough space for the butt. So I know about this because I experience it a lot when I try jeggings and jeans. Now let's do the Lulumari Latina jeggings in size 5. I got this one around 11 years ago. This is my oldest pair. I got it in a local store, and this was the only style that would fit me right back then, so I had it in the pockets version and no pockets version. I don't like when jeans are too busy, but this was the only pair that would fit, unfortunately. The material is cotton 60 polyester 25 spandex 2. The white band makes it a little bit more comfortable, but it still gives me muffin top, as you can see. The fake front pockets are good for no bunching. This pair obviously has very cheap hardware, but I feel like this pair was not that bad, and the back is really comfortable for big booties. As you can see, there are kind of these pleats here kind of make the butt area much more comfortable. There's more space for the butt in this type of jeggings, despite not being like beautifully appealing visually. The pockets are small and kind of widely set. Hips kind of look wider, I would say, but the worst thing is the huge muffin top, in my opinion. It sits too low. Now let's do another Hollister one, which is very low rise in size 3. This pair is really low rise. I got it about 2 years ago from the thrift shop. Very excited to find a good white pair that was not see-through, but as you can see, it's just too low. And the material is cotton 98 elastane 2, which makes it very fresh. It's not see-through, but as you can see, it creates so much muffin top because it's just too low. There are fake front pockets, but the back pockets are good and small. They look quite okay in placement. I would say a little bit too low, but these jeans are designed for taller people in general. But it just creates so much muffin top. I didn't know what I was thinking when I bought such a low rise jeans. But anyway, now let's analyze the back pockets and the cuts of these jeggings. Let's start with the American Eagle one. As you can see, the pockets are really bad. Perhaps you can see it better in this image side by side. The pockets are too big, too widely set, and they do not look good at all in comparison with the jeggings at the right, which I will review in a future video. They are too long as well. They sit too very low in the butt area. This Bershka one is the lighter wash that I was talking to you about. I reviewed the darker wash, and this is the lighter wash. As you can see, the back pockets are not super bad, but still not good enough. They kind of look odd. Perhaps they are good in size, but I feel like they should be kind of tilted for them to look a little bit better, and perhaps positioned a little bit higher, if that makes sense. Let's look at this side-by-side comparison of the American Eagle one with the Bershka one. As you can see in the crotch area, look at the difference. The Bershka one at the right has much more space for the butt than the American Eagle one, and is much more comfortable because of that reason for big booties. Look at this Hollister one and how the butt looks. It looks very compressed because of the knee hole issues. But now let's look at the pockets. They are very far from each other. There's a lot of space in the middle, and the pockets are too big and too long. And they have that design that doesn't look good at all, at least not for me. In comparison with this Hollister pair, this one looks much better, like smaller and less busy. It looks better in my opinion. Now let's look at the white Hollister pair. The pockets are small, which is good, but they are kind of too low. But this pair, again, this pair is very low rise. Let's look at the Lulumari one. The small pockets make your butt look very compact. In general, this shape of jeggings and jeans accommodates a very large booty. You can see side by side these jeggings. As you can see, the white pair looks a little bit better, and it would look a little bit better if the pockets would be tilted. Then let's look at this no nonsense leggings. As you can see, there's no visual end between the butt and the leg. It just looks very odd. It's just odd. I wish the pockets wouldn't be so long, but anyway. Now let's look at this garage pair. I don't have it anymore because it looks so horrible. You see how the butt looks so flat because the pockets are very lowly placed. They are too big and widely set. It looks absolutely terrible, but I didn't know when I got this pair. Let's compare the garage pair with the no-nonsense leggings. As you can see, the garage pair almost looks like male jeans because it's so square. The pockets are too big, while the pair at the right is much more feminine, and while it's not perfect, I definitely prefer the pair at the right, but they are both really bad, I guess. Well, that's it. Thank you for sticking until the end.